Changes, maybe changes, whatever. But I'm curious, when you do make lineup changes, how do you get guys through, like, if they're having a reduced role? The fact that they do have a reduced role, and we still need you if it is just a little bit smaller.
Well, it's just called a team. I mean, everybody, when you got a team that all gets along and understands the goal, none of that's a problem. And when you don't, that's a problem. So I'm not that concerned by it.
All year long, you've talked about the size of your team, not wanting to get into track meets and, kind of leaning into that. Mm-hmm. The guys have said they've hit first, maybe a lack of urgency. How important is it to establish or reestablish that bigness, that dominance, that physical part of your team that to maybe counteract their speed? I'm always cautious about getting into hitting and all that stuff. Just play our game, be us as much as we can be us. They're going to try to be them as much as they can be them, and then try to impose that on the game. Us trying to do anything different outside of what we are never works for any team. With us being better at what we do is what we have to do.
Dame's now on the other side of a pretty unprecedented return. What's your messaging been to him as he's trying to get back into the lineup in this condition?
Yeah, I thought he did pretty well in the first game. Watching it several times, obviously there were periods where he just wasn't aggressive because probably his lungs were burning. I mean, I don't know, or he's just tired. I like that we stretched him minute-wise. His body felt great afterwards. My guess is you're going to see a better version of Dane today. That would be my guess.
Doc, you've been through so many of these playoffs through the years. How much of a need is there to resist the temptation to overreact and overanalyze things, especially when you drop those two?
Well, I don't know if you should overanalyze. I think that's fine. Overreaction is the problem. You have to be very careful, extremely careful with what you change, how you change, and you have to be very careful in not doing too much. The freer the players' minds are, the faster they are, the less thinking they're doing, the faster they are. The more natural they're doing things, the faster they are. So that is always kept in account when we're talking about anything.